Hey everybody, welcome to the Hamakua Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and today we are Waterbath canning. We are getting today's recipe off of the National Center for Home Food Preservation. And today's recipe is hot pepper relish. This is mostly going to be red bell peppers, but it's also going to have jalapenos in it. Unfortunately, the jalapenos that I got at the store are not very spicy, so we may end up altering the recipe a little bit, but that would only be with dried spices, which is safe to alter for canning. What you don't want to alter in recipes when you are canning, whether it be water bath canning or pressure canning, is going to be your peppers to vinegar ratio. That's what keeps it safe for canning and staying on your pantry shelf. So we don't have a lot that we need to cut up because we are going to be using the food processor. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first ingredients that we're going to cut up is going to be our red bell peppers. I have about 4.5 pounds here. That's all we need to do. Okay, we have our almost 5 pounds of red bell peppers cut up, ready for the food processor. Now the next one, hear me out. I'm going according to the recipe. I know I don't do that often, but I am today, mostly. This is 4 pounds of jalapenos. I know, it looks like a lot, but it's exactly what the recipe says. So we're gonna go ahead and get those cut up and mixed in with our bell peppers. I already tried one of these jalapenos earlier and they are not spicy. So I'm gonna choose to leave the seeds and membranes in today just because this recipe I'm doing off of a request of a friend of mine and he had requested spicy. So I'm hoping that we can get enough spice out of these with the seeds. If not, that's when we're going to go ahead and alter the recipe with some dried spices. But we'll determine that when we taste it. And the next thing we're gonna do is cut up our onions. It says 3 medium onions. These are a little on the smaller side. It's okay. Actually, you know, these are actually really super tiny. I might go ahead and add a 4th one too. All right, sorry for the interruption, you guys. I had to sneak away to go help move the herd of cows and got soaked in the meantime, so I had to change. But now it is time to start working with our food processor. The recipe on the home preservation website says that we need about 5 cups of jalapenos, including their juice. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with doing our jalapenos and see what we come up with and see how close we are to our actual recipe. Well, it looks like we have a little over 6 cups of jalapenos. So I don't want to go overboard on the peppers without increasing the acid, without increasing the vinegar. So we're just gonna set these aside and now we are going to do our onions. We are looking for 1.5 cups of onions. Got a red pepper in there. Oopsie. Okay, we have our onions, we have a cup and a half, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside. Sorry. I'm gonna set that aside with our jalapenos. And again, I'm going to have a lot leftovers, so just for the sake of safety, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the extras on this side. Maybe we'll end up doing a few extra jars. We'll find out later. But next we're going to put our red bell peppers also into the food processor, but I'm gonna try to do it in smaller batches so that it doesn't end up so pureed. We end up with a little bit of more texture on that. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. I love it. As I was researching for this recipe, I did come across a few that would suggest that you could leave some of the bell peppers and probably even some of the onions and jalapenos a little bit more whole without putting them in the food processor. Like do half in the food processor and leave half as kind of larger chunks, if you want more of a texture as well. Okay, so now that we have all of our major ingredients all cut up in the food processor, now we're going to go ahead and combine them all in a pot. Into our pot, we are going to add our 5 cups of jalapeno. Oops. Now this is 5 cups, including all the juice. And there's actually a lot of juice in here. A cup and a half of our onions with juice. 5 cups of our red bell pepper. Okay, so we have all of that in there. The recipe, the way that it explained how much weight of the items that I should buy at the grocery store were pretty spot on, a little bit off. And again, that probably just depends on which fruit, how much it weighs, when it was grown, where it was grown, all kinds of things. So I have a little bit of leftover of all 3 of these items. Let's go ahead and bring you in a little bit closer and I'll show you the rest of our ingredients. I was planning on using apple cider vinegar for this. You can use white or cider, but I don't have the full amount in here, so I am going to do a mixture. That's 2 cups apple cider vinegar and a little over half a cup. So 2.5 cups, that's perfect. I had to switch it to this one because I can't read the numbers on that one. Oops. Two cups of sugar, 4 teaspoons salt. This is Hawaiian sea salt. You just want to make sure you're not using cheap table salt iodized junk. Pretty much anything else, any kind of mineral salt or sea salt will do just fine. Okay, so I'm not really sure what happened, but the rest of this footage is lost in space somewhere. So what you need to do is go ahead and bring these ingredients into a large stock pot. Add in 4 teaspoons of mustard seed. Bring this mixture up to a boil and then simmer for 30 minutes. Then after you're all set, go ahead and fill up your jars and water bath can this for 10 minutes at sea level up to 1,000 feet and 15 minutes if you're above 1,000 feet. But now that this has been sitting on the shelf for a little while, let's go ahead and give it a try. It smells amazing. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love the apple cider vinegar in it. That has incredible flavor. It's spicy. It's like tart and sour. Oh my gosh. This has been sitting on my shelf for 6 months and I haven't even tried it. What the heck? It's that perfect level of spice. Just hits you a little bit back here. Gotta try somewhere. I need to make hamburgers now. I need this on a hamburger. I haven't heard too much feedback from the friend that I made this for. Now I need to go call and ask how he's liking it. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I highly, highly recommend you guys give this one a try. I will go ahead and link this recipe down below so you guys can jump on there and give this one a try. If you put this on a hot dog, just on crackers, on corn chips, on nachos, yes, definite winner in my opinion. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hamakua Homestead. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.